Hello, welcome, I'm Lucille. Today I am going to be doing the Booktube Newbie tag. So in case you don't know what this tag is, it's just some questions that I have written in here that I will be answering. That way I can tell you guys a little bit about me and my channel. So my first question is, where do I read? I read basically anywhere. This summer I will be getting like a specific area in my room that's going to be designated to reading, and I'm really excited for that. I'll probably film it and post it so that you guys can see my little journey. I'm kind of redoing my room, but I will be getting a specific place in my room, and I'll probably be doing a bunch of reading there and like outside. But at the moment I don't really have any specific place that I read. I just read whenever I can. The next question is, why do I love reading? I love reading because it offers me a way to escape or to explore a world or my own world, and I just really love it. I love talking about it, and it makes me really happy. What books do I like to read? I've always loved to read fantasies, or no. I've always loved to read romances. I've been really into reading fantasy romances lately. There we go. But I kind of hope to read some more like other books and not just stick to romances. I do really like romances, but I do want to try out some other books because I know that there are other great, amazing books out there and I just haven't read them yet. What book or series got me into reading? Is my next question. I hate to admit it, but the book that really got me, or the series that really got me into reading, was the Twilight Saga. And hate admitting it though, but like, it did. It got me into reading. I read so many books that year that I actually ended up getting bored because I read all the books that I was interested in my middle school, and I didn't really go to the library that much at the time, and so I had nothing to really read, which was a pain, and made my last 2 years in middle school kind of boring, but it's okay. My next question is, who is your favorite author? My favorite author is Sarah J. Maas. I've been really liking her books. I fell in love with the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. I loved them. They have my heart and they always will. They touched a part of me, and I read them, I feel like, at the best moment in my life. And I'll probably reread them sometime soon because I love them, but I don't have really any specific plans to because I do have a bunch of books that I want to get to first. My next question is, what's the last book you read? The last book that I read was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I really loved this book, and I'll be rereading it when I can get all the others. I can't at the moment, so it's just gonna kind of sit here, but I loved it. It was beautiful, and I'll probably be posting a review once I finish all of the books. My next question is, what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Sloth. No. My book sleeve. I am currently reading The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I started this series, if it's a Throne of Glass, so this is from the Throne of Glass series, but I started this series before I actually started A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I put this series on hold after I read A Court of Thorns and Roses and fell in love with it, and so I haven't. I'm jumping back into it and trying to finish it over the next like month or two. And then my next question is, which do you prefer? Do I prefer owning or borrowing books? I prefer to own my books. I will only usually borrow or get them from like the library when I am not sure if I'll like the book, and I don't want to spend my money if I'm not going to like it. And then my next question is, paperback or hardback books? I love hardback books. I like how they look, but I usually only buy paperbacks unless I really like the book, because paperbacks are cheaper. I can get more paperbacks than I can hardbacks usually. And then last one is, do I prefer ebooks or physical books? I prefer physical books. I don't like reading on my phone or any other kind of technology. I just don't. It's not something I'm into. I'm not into audiobooks either. I don't know. I just have never really liked them. I like the physical books. So for the next portion, it's more about like just my channel in general and not really about myself and my reading taste and all of that. So the first question for that is, why did I make my channel? Why am I here? I wanted to make my account because I wanted to share my love with books with someone who loved books as much as I do. There's not a lot of people that I know and that I talk to on a regular basis that really love books like I do. And so I want to meet new people, and this is a really great way to do so. And then the next question is, what is the meaning behind your account? The meaning behind your account name. That was mainly because I want this to be an account where I am going to talk about books most of the time, but I also want to include some of my, like, who I am and kind of a bit of my personal life. Not a lot of it, but a bit of it. Just kind of like maybe what I do every day and things like, just like maybe it would probably be more like vlogs if anything. The most personal things are going to be like in vlogs, but it is going to be more reading. But I didn't want to include the fact that there's going to be a bit of me, a bit of Lucille in here, and yeah. And then I'm kind of combining 3 questions, and that is, what kind of fun and unique things are you adding to like Booktube and to this community? What is going to be the most challenging things with your channel, and what are you most excited for about your channel? So I wouldn't say there's anything at the moment that I'm going to really be contributing like in a unique way to the community, just because I'm more focused on trying to get started and to get the hang of things than I am of making myself like unique and known for that uniqueness. Like, does that make sense? But yeah. And then I think the most challenging thing is for the fact that I do live at 2 different houses, so I can only record every other week when I'm at this house, and I'm also I can only record during the daytime, so that means I can only record on usually the weekends, which can cause a bit of issues, but we're going to work around them and we're going to try our best. That's just all we can do. And the thing I'm most excited for is meeting new people who love books as much as I do, and getting to know them and to talk about books and to share myself and my love for books with the world. Like, it's very simplistic, and I'm okay with that. And then the last kind of question is just like other ways that you guys are able to follow me and my day-to-day life and journey and all of that. And there are 4 different ways. You can follow me on my Goodreads, which just, gives you intel of what I'm reading, what all of that stuff. If you're on Goodreads, you know what that's going to give you, and like all the intel that Goodreads could give you about like what I'm reading and all that. And then there's my Instagram, which I do have like a Bookstagram, and I do have an account that I post on there, and I'm going to try and interact with that account more and interact with you guys more on that account. So I suggest Instagram, which would be the best way to contact me. But I do have Snapchat and Twitter. I do not use either a lot. I may use Snapchat more to, share things ever so often, but it wouldn't be like my main way of like getting in touch with you guys. And then Twitter, I just don't know how to use. If anyone has any idea how to use Twitter, please let me know. I don't know, it's just not my thing, but I hear it's kind of important in the book community apparently. But I'm going to try it out and we're going to see how it goes. That is all for my video today. I hope you guys liked it, and hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night or whatever it is your time. I hope that your book brings a little light into your life sometime soon. Mwah!